This is my first, I guess, official motovlog, whatever you want to call it. I've tried shooting this a couple of times. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to set up all these cameras. Finally got my audio dialed in, and that took fucking forever, dude, to figure out. But anyways, 2006 GSX-R 600. This has been my baby, man. This is my second bike. I started on a Ninja 250. Had that for probably about, trying to think, probably about a year or a little bit more. Then was kind of finally ready for some more power, because a lot of these roads around here are just long and straight, and you know, everybody goes like a million miles an hour. So yeah, man, upgraded to this. It looks completely different than how I bought the bike. I don't know if I'll get too in depth of, you know, the build list, but might save that for another video. I kind of just wanted to talk about my experience with the bike. I've had it for probably, I got it back in January. It's mid-July. It's however long that is, but yeah, 7 months. It's been a great bike, dude. Overall, just fucking mint. Maintenance and cost hasn't been too crazy. I kind of did just go through everything preemptively, just, you know, preventative, I guess, whatever you want to call it. None of it really, I mean, it needed tires, a chain. It did need injector seals. Those were leaking shortly after I got it. Got the valves done, all that. I've kind of made the bike my own. You know, I know some people are like, oh, keep the OEM, but like, you know, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not too worried about resale value. I'll probably ride this bike into the ground. I got it at 16,000 miles. It's at a little over 20. When I changed the chain and sprocket, I did the -1 +2 in the rear. So the speedometer was a little off for a bit until I got the Speedo Tech Healer, whatever thingy, to fix that. For it to read correctly, it was like 15% faster than what I was actually doing. Plus, you know, from the factory, it's off. So yeah, fix that. So I probably have like 200 artificial miles, but you know, whatever. But that was probably the best $100 I ever spent on the bike. That was great. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into too much of the build, as much as I want to. But yeah, I might go over how I set up the selfie stick. Maybe get into a little bit of the nitty gritty, how much everything cost, what all I did. I got a couple ideas, but since this is my first video, I'm just kind of rambling a little bit, trying to figure out the do's and don'ts. So yeah, man, I think we're just gonna hop on and kind of just cruise around. And I might yap a little bit about my experience. When I had first initially bought this bike, I never rode my 250 on the interstate, and I had to pick this up 3 hours away. Yeah, and I didn't have any way to trailer it or tow it or anything back, so I rode it 3 hours on the interstate in January. We went mid-afternoon, and we were there for quite a while. I was kind of just going over the whole bike. So needless to say, that was a little intimidating, riding on the interstate, but honestly, it's not too bad. It was good. When the sun went down, though, it was miserable. I thought a little hoodie would help. No, bro. That did absolutely jack shit. Couldn't feel my hands, couldn't feel my feet. It was pretty bad. But made it back safe, and ever since then, I mean, the bike's been great. Like I said, I just kind of went through and just did everything just so I didn't have to like worry too much about stuff. But overall experience owning this bike, a 20-year-old bike, it's been great. I haven't had any catastrophic failures or anything of that sort. Like I said, I kind of just went through everything to make sure nothing would fail, because I wanted to be able to hop on the bike and everything would be good to go every time I, want to start her up, and she has been. I do my oil probably every 2,500 miles. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do. Part availability is very good. And working on this bike is fairly easy, man. In the aftermarket parts, you can basically do whatever you want with this bike, which is sweet. I kind of wanted to keep it OEM looking-ish. Oh my God, brother. You just kicked out hella sand. Damn. Felt like I just got hit by some bird shot. And like I said, I might make another video on like all the parts that I've added on here. And I'll try to link everything. If you have a bike like this and you're interested in anything I have. So maybe I'll do that, but yeah, I'm kind of just rambling, to be honest. Sorry, this might just be all over the place, but one thing I will say though, and I know this is like a me problem, and of course, this isn't a 1000, but a 600 will still get up and move. It's just getting yourself into trouble, man. I've definitely gotten myself into some trouble, I'll tell you that much. But just having that power available. I don't go too crazy, but it's there, so I'm gonna use it. But getting this bike dyno tuned was like probably the best money I've spent on this bike. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it just feels so much better, bro. And I was really on the fence for it for a while. Like, oh, should I get it dyno tuned? Is it really gonna be worth the money? And I'd say yeah. It's definitely worth the money. So if you're thinking about doing it, just do it, bro. With this, I don't know if like the K6 is like this, K6, K7. If you want to slip on, it's like automatic cat delete, but the cat was deleted from the factory, and I know everybody's like, oh, you delete the cat, you need to get it tuned. And I was kind of broke at the time, not gonna lie, so it took me a little bit, but I had a Dan Moto slip on when I bought the bike, and I thought it was ugly as shit. So I went to an M4 Street Slayer, and it's been sick. And with the tune, I mean, it's got the diesel pops, all the cool shit. Not as much engine braking. Shifting, I don't know if that's part of the tune, but the shifting feels so much better, bro. Feels so much better. Like this, it just coasts now. Like the engine braking is like non-existent, bro. So that's pretty cool. Overall, man, I mean, the money, yeah, I spent a shitload more money than I probably needed to, but it's been worth it for sure. Like I don't regret any of it, bro. Like I would do it all over again if I had to. But Yeah, having the 20-year-old bike, I mean, yeah, you don't have ABS. You don't, I mean, the Suzuki's, the GSX-R, you know, they've all kind of been the same for like ever. From my understanding of it, of course they kind of changed like the look of the bike. But functionality wise, I mean, it's basically the same. Basically the same bike. And it's just so raw, bro. I mean, the 250, yeah, it was a 250, but they didn't have any rider aids either, bro. I mean, that shit was nothing, basically. Going to this, I mean, it handles so much better. Feels so much better. A lot quicker, obviously. But yeah, that bike had no electronics. This bike has no electronics. But I don't have any complaints, man. If you're looking at one of these bikes and it's a good deal, just bite the bullet, man. Do it. You won't regret it, I promise. I was looking at the 750s, but they were, I don't know, where I'm at, they're kind of hard to come by. I don't really see them too much. That hurt. And of course I didn't want to go to a 1000. I wasn't ready for all that, so. The 600 was just perfect, man. It's just, I mean, it's all the power I need. So light and agile. Yeah, I was in 6th gear, I know. That's embarrassing. I thought I was in 5th. But, yeah, overall experience, good as fuck. Reliability, good as fuck. I haven't had any issues, man. I ride this bike probably twice a week. I used to ride it a little bit more, but with work and shit, you know, I can only do so much. And with my girlfriend, you know how that is. If you got a girl, a wife, or whatever, and you ride, you know how it is, bro. It can be a little hard sometimes. Yeah, so I kind of wish I had documented this whole build. I had the cameras and all that at the time. I just picked up this X5, so I'm still trying to like get better with that. Kind of tweak it how I want it. Dial in all the settings to match my Osmo 5. But I didn't do it, sadly, and obviously because you're watching this and it's, you know, the first video. But you know, I'm gonna try to make up for it, and I really don't expect this these videos to get like any views at all. But I'm kind of doing it for my own love of the game. So, you know, I could look back and kind of enjoy, you know, what I've done. That's a cop right there, so hopefully we're not fucked. Hopefully we're not fucked. Hopefully we're not fucked. We're just gonna go past them. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Act natural. This bike's loud as... I can't act natural. Oh, shit. And the fucking pops. Okay, he's going. We're good. But, damn, bro, what was I even talking about? Oh, yeah. I'll make up for it. For myself, you know, I want to do some trips. Link up with the boys. And what sucks is my days off are fucking Monday and Tuesday, so it's a little bit hard sometimes to make plans. But I'll go on group rides every now and then, but I kind of like just doing my own thing. But yeah, this I just kind of wanted to ramble and put something out there. But in the next video, of course I'm going to do some riding. But I think I want to do a build list of some sort. Kind of go over all the mods and aesthetic stuff that I've done. If anybody's interested, probably not, but I'm still gonna do it. You guys might find some enjoyment, but I'm still trying to get good at editing and, you know, all that. It's a one-man team over here, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the editing process, so that's another thing I probably will make a video about eventually, is kind of just my whole recording setup. Because this worked out pretty good. I've done a lot of research, a lot of trial and error. I mean, that's just always how it is. Every bike is different, every helmet setup's different. And just what you're looking to get out of your footage. So, you know, I might eventually upload something like that of how I ended up setting this all up and what works for me. And maybe y'all can get something out of it if you know, haven't found a solution already. I know this video kind of sucked. No, it definitely sucked. But whatever, dude. You know, you just gotta... That was also a hard part of, like, starting this. It's just getting on and what am I gonna talk about? You know, not gonna lie, my day-to-day life is boring as hell. So, but I hope everybody's having a good day, man. Do what you enjoy. Fuck the haters. We ball, man. We ball, you know what I'm saying? $2026, man, it's rough out here for the average Joe. Feel me? I'm sure you'll understand. I think I've probably rambled a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely too much. But I hope you got a little bit of enjoyment from this fellow GSX-R rider. I know, ooh, so exciting. But yeah, man. Y'all have a good day, and if I do talk about anything else interesting, I'll throw it in here somewhere, but peace.